CBS News senior national security analyst Fran Townsend is a former Homeland Security advisor to President George W. Bush. Fran, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Question this morning is obvious. Was this firing because of how Comey handled the emails and Secretary Clinton, or was it about the investigation having to do with a connection between Trump transition team and the Russians?
Charlie, I'll tell you, look, it's clear from the letter from Rod Rosenstein, the current Deputy Attorney General, who has served 2 Republican now and 2 Democratic presidents. He goes back to the Clinton administration where he worked for me. And it's quite clear from his memo that this goes back to the Clinton email. I think the thing that raises the Russia investigation is the timing of it, and the timing's unfortunate. I mean, would we have been asking this question if the president had dismissed him on day one? Mm-hmm. I think from the administration's point of view, they gave him a chance to kind of try and right the ship. That is the FBI that was in turmoil and after the Clinton email investigation was concluded, and he hasn't done that. And so I think the timing of it is what raises people's concerns.
It's suspicious for many people on both sides. I've heard it described as a grotesque abuse of power. Is it that, or were there grounds for dismissal here, in your opinion? You know,
I think it's the language that's being used is very inflammatory. Grotesque abuse of power, Nixonian, right? All of this sort of language is unfortunate. This is a 100-year-old organization in the FBI. It is staffed by career men and women who spend decades and devote themselves to these investigations. And by the way, Gayle, the very same agents who are investigating the Russia claims yesterday are investigating today. Subpoenas are going out. Prosecutors are involved.
So were there grounds for dismissal, in your opinion?
Well, look, I do think under the Justice Department guidelines about how you handle investigations and public pronouncements, he violated those. And many of the men and women in the FBI were dismayed at Comey's handling and very unhappy that he pulled them into this political process during the presidential election. You know, Rosenstein's memo cites Republican and Democratic attorneys general and deputies attorney general disagreeing with his handling of it and saying it was wrong. Mistakes have consequences, and I think Jim Comey is suffering. I should tell you, I've known him for more than 30 years. He is smart, he is ethical, he is honest. And so I think it's really unfortunate the way to see him go.
And quickly, the current acting director, McCabe, how long will he last?
You know, not clear. You'd expect him to stay until the new nominee was announced and confirmed. The problem is he, too, is caught up through his wife in Democratic politics, and so he may only be quite temporary.
Had to be a better way, though, to do it, that he just learns about it on the news. Thank you, Fran Townsend, very much.